Hello again. This is Math 1100 coming to you from the College of DuPage. And this title of this lecture is a syllabus sprint for sections Net 01 and 02 for spring of 2023. Please note this is not a substitute for careful reading of this document that you'll find in Blackboard, but it does give you an idea of what the contents are. And as always, please be attentive while watching this video. I am your instructor. You can call me Professor Bradley, or you can call me Jim if you want, as my friends do. My first name is Patrick, and there's a long story I'm not going to tell you here about why I'm called Jim. Anyway, I studied math at Purdue until there was no more math for me to study at Purdue. And then I worked in industry for 20 years or so, doing applied mathematics and engineering, working mostly in exploratory product development. And then I began my second career about 10 years ago at the College of DuPage, and I've taught every math course that we have at the College of DuPage, most of them several times. We have two most significant others that should be mentioned at the outset. One is my Net 02 co-pilot, Dr. Chris Bailey. And so Chris will be involved, although I will have my hands on the controls most of the time, I think. And also when we had the change in assignment, rather than deconstruct the fine course that Dr. Christy Peterson had put together, I decided just to leap into that. And so many of the things that we're doing are based on her work, but I will add some things to it. And Blackboard will be our main communications vehicle. So Dr. Chris Bailey, Dr. Christy Peterson, and Blackboard are other things that we're going to be doing a lot with. So just going over the syllabus quickly then, here's my contact information. You notice that I have a dual existence. I do have an office. I really don't go there very often. I'm mostly found in the Learning Commons. The Learning Commons is SRC 2102, and the number there is 3339. That's probably the most reliable way to get a hold of me, in addition to email. And in fact, I am bradley@cod.edu. More about office hours will be published later in My Access and in Blackboard. But students should note at the outset that this course is not an IAI-approved general education course. That means that it can be used for some things and not others. It can be used for the Associate of Applied Science and the Associate of General Studies, but you would have to take another math course in order to get an AS, Associate in Science, or an Associate of Arts. But it can be used for elective credit. But make sure you're taking this for a good reason. The best way to contact me is either through the Learning Commons or with email. And here is the course description. So students will be introduced to the application of mathematics to business transactions, analysis and solution of business problems and profit and loss, interest, installment transactions, percent discounts, taxes, and payroll. We already talked about the fact that we are going to be using an online homework thing, and that was covered in an earlier video. These are the course objectives, and you should know that they're here because these are things that we're going to be learning to do, and these are the things you're going to be tested upon. And here's the topical outline that is associated with that as well. So this is the course that you've signed up for. This is the course that we're going to deliver. I talked also about the textbook and options previously, so that is good. Please note, though, that this being a net course, that means this is an online course. We will not have regular meetings at all. We will interact over email or other, and I will, within the context of the office hours, provide for weekly question and answer sessions, but more about that later. But you can always get help in the Learning Commons, that is SRC 2102, and the math assistance area and tutoring areas can be very useful for this course. The reading, writing, and speech assistance is good, but for other courses more so than this one. And Christy Peterson had provided a library of videos that she has made. I have videos also that I will be sharing. And but rather than throw those away and redo them, I just said, well, they are there for you. And also in my math lab, there are things here. And Christy also has provided some of her written class notes. And so there's a lot of resources here, and I'm not reconstructing them. I'm just putting them there, and you can use them. Thank you, Christy. And I talked about she has class notes also, and those can be accessed through Blackboard. Again, I'm not throwing anything away. I'm building on it. You will be using a calculator in this class, and so if you have a graphing calculator or a scientific calculator, that's a good one for you to use. We will be using COD email and Blackboard a lot, so make sure you're there. And make sure that you are prepared to spend some time in this course, because it's not a critical course, and several hours each week will be required, I think, for you to be successful. Your grade, in fact, will be composed of a weighted average. There will be a homework component, which will be 15% of your grade, quizzes, which will be 25%, and exams that will be the remaining 60% of your grade. There are formula sheets on exams, at least some of the exams, and the final exam is the Unit 4 exam, and this course does not have a comprehensive final exam at this writing. There are policies for make-up exams, there are policies for incomplete, and withdrawing from this course has to happen by April 15th of spring of 2023, and otherwise it's very complicated. So there are deadlines and there are policies. Here's the grading policy, though. What will happen is 15% of your homework average, plus 25% of your quiz average, plus 60% of your test average will comprise your grade, and then the weighted grade percentage will be shown here, and this is how grades will be assigned. It has nothing to do with whether I like you or not, or whether you like me, but it will be a numbers game, so pay attention to this, please. And there are opportunities for you to view your My Math Lab grades as well. Those are described again within the syllabus. There are policies that the college has on access and accommodations. We are very accommodating. We do expect there to be academic honesty, and we do observe your religious commitments. And Christy has provided unit checklists for the syllabus. And I've provided the entire academic calendar. So you know the last date to withdraw from a 16-week class is April 15th. But there are many other things, including a spring break, that are described herein. And so we're ready to begin. Now, the road is long, and some of it will be a little bit uphill, but it's straight, and the rewards are great at the end. So let's begin. In closing for now, then, now more than ever, remember that time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math, it will make you strong. And now more than ever, please take care of yourself, because self-care is important, and of each other, because we're all in this together. Strive to make a difference each and every day. God bless you all, and more later soon.